Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Ryder Gray, this is my Carnival Miracle. This cruise ship is for Carnival Cruise Line. It was built in early 2000s and sails out of Long Beach, California.
And what made you want to build, first off, just a huge cruise ship, and this one in particular?
Yeah, absolutely. This ship was coming into Portland, Oregon for a refurbishment, and I saw it and fell in love with it. So it was just love at first sight, and I decided this is something I've got to bring out and let the public see.
And where did you start with on this big project? How long is the ship?
Yeah, no, the ship is 7'3". It took a lot of math to try and figure it out. I think the stud ratio is about 2.25 feet, so it was a lot of math involved, but it was all worth it. The ship is built in 2 sections. There's a split right down the middle, and each section weighs about 21.5 pounds.
And what are some of the details here as you kind of maybe work through the top deck for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So you have the aft adult-only Serenity, which is adults-only, as previously stated. You've got the Carnival Waterworks, which displays a water park for children and adults alike. And then forward, you have the covered pool and open pool. Both are open as this ship sails seasonally from Long Beach and up to Alaska. So one can be covered for use in the wintertime. And forward of that is the basketball court and golf course, just before the bridge wings and forward bow.
Okay. Fantastic work. Talk about some of the techniques you got for the sloping for the bow and kind of some of the tougher shapes even with the different decks here on the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. The nautical design is really, really difficult, and achieving these shapes is a lot of trial and error. You're trying to figure out, all right, how does this tapering work? How does this work? And going back through, I used a lot of the ship's deck plans, photos I'd taken in person, and nautical design in general to try and figure out how does that slope, that taper angle.
What are these little boats here along the side?
Yeah, so these are the ship's lifeboats. The forward 3, 6 in total, are tenders. So when the ship can't fit into a port, she can lower her boats and tender passengers into docks up in Alaska where she can't fit. And then after that are the conventional lifeboats.
And how did you do these kind of middle decks here? What are some of the techniques there?
Yeah, so all these are balcony cabins. So each one is an exact replica. They're all just the same design. So I had to look at deck plans of the ship to figure out, all right, our scale is set. So now we just need to figure out, all right, how many are there? How does that scale work? Does it work to the ship's real blueprints? But yeah, it's fabulous.
And was it tough getting some of these colors and pieces in such large quantities? And how did you decide kind of the top deck colors and things like that? Did you think about any tiling at all, or what was your overall approach to that?
Yeah, tiling was definitely something I wanted to consider, but I thought a brick built aspect would look a lot better. I wanted to go for something simple and tangible that was just a little bit more graspable, if that's a word.
No, very nice. And what's this smaller little boat that you have next to it here?
Yeah, so this is a close family friend's vessel for scale. So I just thought it would be wonderful to pay homage to him and all he's done for our family and show a sense of scale of how big this ship really is.
So you started with this here. Do you have plans for any other large kind of cruise ships, or what's your plans there?
Yeah, so last year I built the Carnival Tropical, and next I'm looking at the Carnival Paradise. I've sailed on the Paradise's sister ship, the Carnival Elation, and that's just such a wonderful ship. For any cruisers out there, smaller is better.
Good to know. Well, thank you so much for taking us through the build here, and thanks for bringing this out to the show.
Absolutely, thank you.